Hey, welcome. Welcome. Thank you all for stopping by, all 33 of you. You know, it's something about this YouTube family I love. Some people are faithful. I appreciate all 35 of you all. Hope you hit that like button. I am so thrilled and glad to see y'all. If my hair wasn't a wreck, y'all, I'll come on camera. But I am really thrilled to see y'all. So I'm going to peek in here. But you know, my hair's a wreck. But don't worry about it. I'll get it together. I had to cut it down a little bit. I am super excited to see you all. Yesterday, I was so geared up. But hey, let me tell y'all something. Thank you to the ones who are still my members. And I'm still going to do something for membership. I will make sure. My partner is down, DC Kool-Aid. She's down. She's recovering from knee surgery. I don't think she mind me telling you. Thank you so much, Boo Pink. But so I don't know, but we're going to get back into that casino thing. I am so glad to see y'all. I missed y'all immensely. However, I told you life was lifing for me. I told y'all at a couple of months, and then it got even realer, right? Because this is my reality. This is my real life. This is what I live. I'm happy. I'm a very happy person. You know, God is good. I want to shout out to Brianna yesterday. She was telling people to come over here. However, I backed out of the live because life was life and the grandkids was here. The parents supposed to have a pickup time so I could get ready, you know, for work week, right? They didn't get here in time as usual. So I still had them. And I had to postpone the live. They came hours later. You know, I dug in their butt, but it ain't gonna matter because next time they gonna do it again. And it's good to have my grandkids around. Listen, I have had probate. I have had proms. I have had my loved one return home that I'm taking care of. And I tell you, it's not always an easy task, but it's a God-given task to me. And I love them so much. I don't mind doing it. So I've been super busy. I don't come on here and tell all my business, but there's a reason why. Because look at all the people who tell all their business and they get drug all through the streets. They don't give a damn about your family. They don't care about your pets. They don't care about themselves. But anywho, I have been trying to peep in and out. but it's no consistency. I'll drop down every now and then, but I haven't been too attuned to the beef and Sectah. But what I did see is changing. It has definitely evolved. It's definitely evolved. And it's the funniest thing to me because we all know everyone gets a turn, right? Everyone gets a turn here. So some people, hey Barry, thank you. Um, everybody will get a turn. It is what it is. But just to stomp on each other just to get to the top, I don't get into shit like that. I just can't help it. It's just not who I am. I've always risen to the top on my own and not by stepping on other people. But I've been seeing some crazy stuff here. I've been seeing some new people, some not so new. Before I left, they start introducing themselves to the beef and sector. But I don't even believe you guys, But let me shout out Mama Lola. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for always being my number one balcony cheerleader. Uh, Mama Lola is about Mama Lola. Don't get mad, but I'm gonna say I know she pushing 80. She have been a day one of mine. She never dropped down, but we correspond quite a bit behind the scenes. A prayer warrior, a loving older lady who enjoyed me from the very beginning when I first came on here. She know I get into some kerfuffles, but she knew I came on here. Hey, RNYTV baby. And I was so good to see Jazz. It was so good to see you, Jazz. But anywho, I came here being positive. It's just really, really hard to do over in this area. It's hard, but you always have to have a little light, that dwells with the sun. I mean, a little light with the darkness, right? So I'm gonna try to be as positive as I can. But I done seen some real flaky, dakey shit around here, boy. I done seen some people basically take over. They are taking over the beef and sector. It ain't even the beef and sector now. A lot of this is behind the scene plays, and I peeped it out long time ago that a lot of this stuff is being generated behind the scenes. Just because you don't see a person doesn't mean that they not working behind the scenes. See, you don't see them, but they're still here. They are still here working behind the scenes, and they creating a lot of this chaos, and they paying a lot of super chat cash apps to keep this thing going, to keep certain people on top. But I peeped that long time ago. Diva and I talk so much. She'll tell you, I call, hey, hypnotic touch. I said, Diva, let me tell you how this gonna go down. And surely it did go down just that way. It's not easy. It's not hard to peep game, but for people who don't know game, they can't peep game. And then a lot of us want to come down here for entertainment. Yes, it's dark, very, very dark. It's been dark, but it's darker. It's darker. This place could really break you. Thank you, Miss Sandra. I appreciate you, baby. I think I got a goal up there, but I appreciate you. It's dark. It's dark here. And you just can't always be in the midst of it, because I believe people who wake up and do this shit on an everyday basis and create chaos and drama, they're really miserable in real life. There's my partner. Hey, DC, Kool-Aid and Lisa, Ray Black, Queen Diva. These are my mod queens. They create chaos all the time because their lives are chaotic. This is something you just can't do when your spirit is not linked to chaos like that. And there's been a lot of chaos, and other people get affected, even when they not doing nothing, when they just trying to support us, trying to be subbies. You got evil, spirited, dark people who comes after them because they in someone else's chat. That's not entertainment to me no more. It's not entertainment when you don't feel comfortable dropping down, being a part of what's going on. It's not entertainment. It becomes, people are going to other areas. I missed someone, and they over in somebody else's area. They on platforms, they doing their thing over in a whole different area, because this one is becoming full of plays. But again, it is what it is. You either enjoy the entertainment, you don't. But it's full of plays over here now, and you could see through this bullshit. You could definitely see through the plays. You just got to be on top of your game. But it is what it is. If you enjoy it, I love it. But I'm not gonna run no plays. I'm not gonna be part of no plays. I'm not gonna be part of no strikes. You know, I do have a strike. I do want y'all to know. So I do believe that people are going around. They have time. See, baby, I don't have time. I got patience and loved ones to take care. I ain't got time. I work a full-time job and then come home and work another damn near feel like full time. But see, they got time to scan through your videos, and you don't have to own that. See, they've been hipping us to a lot of stuff. You don't have to own the video that you striking, but I got a strike. I went to the YouTube school and everything, but they could keep the strike there. That's fine. But I see that people are just going around doing devilishment. That's because their lives are miserable. Because when you live the fulfilled life and you happy, even when hiccups come in your life, you just don't want to wake up every day and be filled with chaos and drama. And that's all you see sometimes, chaos and drama. And these people can't even see that the devil and the snake sits right amongst them. The devil and the snakes are sitting right up amongst them, right amongst them. Now, I've seen a little bit of Lemon. I don't watch Lemon anymore like I used to. I have my reasons for it, not to say that I don't like Lemon anymore. I just don't watch him anymore because, for one, I'm in the bed, and then some things just transpire on some of these platforms that I just don't care for anymore. But I see Lemon. Lemon is still in the limelight, but I don't know if it's in a good way. But I tell you what I did hear today that was not shocking, not shocking because you know it was going to come, because there's always suit following around here, follow the leaders. And there's always bandwagon people who jump on the bandwagon. And it's people that you can't ever forget that you done had some type of running with or some type of confrontation, and they never forget. And you should never forget because they coming for you. It's just a matter of time. So when I ban people off of my platform, they could never, ever return. If I stay on here 100 years, I will never allow certain people to come on my platform ever again because I know they're the enemy. I could smell it, I could see it, I could feel it. It's in my spirit that they are really the enemy. No matter how nice these people are playing, they are each other's enemy. Yeah, there's no real friends here. Not the ones who doing a lot of this shit. They not real friends. No, it's part of the show. They just putting on a show. They don't care about you. They care about the money. And that's all it is. And so when you keep skinning and grinning in their face and you letting them sit on your platform and you allowing them to come back up, you allow them to overtalk you and disrespect you and just take over, they're not your friend, they're your enemy. You should learn who your enemy is. Your enemy on here sits right next to you. Always, always. And they make you think they're your friend or they like you or they support you. Nah, they your enemy. They are your enemy, and these people need to learn their enemies because eventually they sit there long enough until they destroy you. It's just a matter of time. Now, I was looking at Sir King today. I was kind of surprised, but I wasn't. Let me tell you why I wasn't surprised. Because I know him and Lemon had been going back and forth, and people was telling Sir King to basically just be open, just tell the truth about Lemon. So he decided today that he was going to say some things, but they're not likely too believable because he waited too long. So to me, it wasn't tea. I watched a little bit and I was like, damn, I wanted to drop down and say, damn, Sir King, now you after Lemon? Hey, Dr. Creole Butterfly Smooches, baby. Good to see you. Good to see all of y'all. I appreciate it. I said, Diva, I'm only going to have about 10 people here, but it doesn't matter. The 10 people that'll be here, they're my people. Now there's some hiding up in the bushes because they waiting to see what Mz.Teavalocity gonna say, because I haven't been here in months and they want to make sure I don't say anything about them. But I'm gonna say something about the ones that I think worth saying something about, and it's for my own personal reason. But I was surprised, but wasn't surprised with Sir King when how his title was titled. I was like, wow, Sir King, now you go there. But see, the reason why I can't say much, because I really don't know what Lemon have done to Sir King so bad, other than put him down that time. Now, I would have never done that. Not, I would have never done that. But again, money is a motivating factor for people's behaviors around here. Then you just got some people that's mentally ill running around this motherfucker. They mentally ill and it's not being treated, and they using liquor to mask their problems, so they'll never see as clear as we will see, right? So I was like, damn, now Sir King, you on Lemon? You talking about you always thought he was gay? Well, you always thought he was gay, but you have a video. Now, y'all might not like this, but I'm just gonna tell the truth. Okay, thank you. You have a video that they telling you to release where Lemon was on your platform stating that he was bisexual. So is that how you now want to say you knew Lemon was gay? Or was it the 4 points that you made today? Because asking someone to take off their shirt to compare muscles is not a gay move to me. So I don't know why you would label that as gay, but maybe you know something that other people don't know. Happy belated birthday, DC. My partner had a birthday. I ain't been around. Charge it to my head and not to my heart, sugar. You know I love you and Lisa. So anywho, I said, wow, Sir King is now out here doing this. Now we know everybody else been dragging Lemon, and I have gotten to the point where there is nothing at my ripe old age and his ripe old age that I can ever tell him whatever Lemon is doing just what he wants to do. So there's no need for me to say anything to him, you know. I'm just not sure where Lemon mind is. Maybe Lemon really just don't care, you know, as much as other people care for Lemon, you know. So it's nothing for me to say other than, hey, Lemon, do you, but just know that everybody that's laughing and grinning in your face and you thanking them and you loving on them and you thinking they for you, brother, they not your friend. They'll never be your friend. They will never be your friend. And it is what it is. It is what it is. And I don't know how long Lemon is going to last, you know, fooling with these folks. You know, I just think they gonna keep coming after him, keep striking his page, keep pouring bombing him, going after people who associate themselves with Lemon. You know, I just think they out for blood. Some of these people are out for blood, and some of them are actresses and actors, and that's what they do. They entertain you. Yeah, he does. He just don't, I think he just don't care. And so it's not even for me to care. But I wasn't surprised when I saw Sir King come after Lemon today. And I guess whatever he said, I didn't hear it all what he said about Lemon, but I did hear about the gay part, Lemon being gay. Now, until you tell me you're gay, I'm going to go with what you tell me. And I don't know why people make that such a bad thing around here when we have a lot of the community people here who supports us heavy, whose content creators over here heavy, you know, who we support. So I don't know why all of a sudden him being gay, I wouldn't give a damn whether he was gay, straight, crooked, or however, long as he don't disrespect me and do anything to me. I don't care about these people's sexualities. I really don't. I don't care how these people live. He does not care at all. It's very obvious, right? And so I don't know why people will waste their time to really help or to try to tell him anything. He's doing exactly what he wants to do. But there's a lot of snakes that I peeped out a long time ago. Like I said, I haven't been really over at Lemons, for a long time, but there are snakes that sit amongst him. And it just kills me when I see him cozy up to them. There's even new people who he should keep an eye on. Yeah, there's new people he should keep an eye on too. They coming after him, you know, along with some others, but I don't understand why this strike thing is going on. Why you just striking people pages? What do you just don't want two? You only want 2 or 3 content creators to be left over here? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the purpose. See, that's the purpose. They only want so many of them to be left over here. That's all. But it'll never happen because you got some other content creators who, if they really focused on their channels, but they be so busy on everybody's damn platform, helping them get money, helping them perform a show, and they don't get the same in return, that they can't even focus on their channels. They just putting money in other people's pockets. That's all they doing. They more on, so hey, Styles, with them cute little pooches. I love them. I love those little puppies. Styles, what's going on, sugar? They so busy putting money in other people's pockets that they can't focus on their own channel. And let me tell you something I do hate. I do hate this. I don't know. I know this person is delusional. Let me tell you something. I wasn't gonna watch the dance competition because I'm not just interested in the beef sector like that anymore. To be honest with you, it's too many plays, it's too many frenemies. That's not what we came here doing at first. So I watched the dance competition, but honey, why did I have my husband looking at it? See, he didn't know about my YouTube really. Don't know about what I do on YouTube. Don't have a clue. Don't know my channel or nothing. He was looking like, what the fuck? He said, you, he couldn't say anything. He was just staring at the competition. So I had him watching for like 30 minutes. I was running around and, I kept going back to see if he was still there watching it. And he was. And he was floored. He was really floored. Like I said, don't know what I do on here because I go in my office and he's working a lot of times, but unfortunately he's no longer work, so he's home all the time now. And I just happened to turn that on because Diva was telling me, Diva, she said, go over there. You gotta go. I didn't even know it was on the Mrs. O channel because I don't support the Mrs. O. I really don't. I don't support her. Long time ago, she made it her business to let me know, hey, I love it. I love it. When you say you don't like me, I just back away from you. I ain't making no 100 videos about you. I ain't trying to stop your bag. I ain't doing nothing. Fine. You don't like me. And guess what? Feelings are mutual. I don't like you as well. And so I just stay away from you. So I didn't even know it was over on her channel. The last I ever heard of the dance competitions, because of course I support Pizarro, was over Pizarro's. But again, I've been in and out, in and out, in and out. But I want to say some people, don't really have self-worth. People are saying, oh, they confidence. I love their confidence. I love their boldness. I love it. No, they really don't have self-worth. And they'll sell their souls for anything. And you can take it from there. It's sad to see 40 plus old people wake up every day to waste time on the internet all day, every day. I mean, we all have a little messy in us, but it gets to be overwhelming too much. And one thing about it, you guys, and I don't want to go here, but I will. Of course, I'm going to talk about that mess that was over there. That it was just a mess. He was like, oh my gosh. He said, oh, I was like, yeah, that's what they do on here. He said, oh, is that what they do? I said, that's what they do here, hon. This is it, love. This is what they do. But anywho, so I watched a little bit of that. But I do want to say this. It's just hard to get up every day, you guys, and be this miserable. Just this miserable, this chaotic, to always want to tear down each other. I've always had a problem with that. Like I said, I'm never going to strike anyone. Now I can't say what I never won't do. Don't let me say that. I don't have on intentions or ever stopping someone's bag as far as striking their channel or doing something, porn bomb them. Of course, no crazy stuff like that. And I don't troll. I don't really know how to troll. So I don't have no intentions, but it's really sad that you want to stop someone's bag. You want to bring harm to them. Now, I saw this brother come in here, and I like the brother. See, this is one thing where the beef sector confuses me. First, you want new people over here so we can see new beef, organic beef, and then you don't want them over here. One thing for sure, and two things for certain, there's no way of stopping anyone from coming over in an area. They can come when they want to. Now, you can ignore them, but I can guarantee you the person that you don't want here, there's a person or a content creator sitting on their platform who want that person over here. Even if it's just to irritate the shit out of you, they gonna have that person on their platform. They gonna get buddy. See, and I watch that all the time. See, and they throw uppity around like a rag doll, and she loves it because she wants to belong. She's another one that they throw around like a rag doll. Pizarro get mad at her. She talk about Pizarro. She run from Pizarro. She go over the Ness. She talk about Ness. Ness kick out. She go back to Pizarro, back and forth. She's just a rag doll looking for a home. And nowhere will ever be her home because they don't like you. They don't like you. But you don't care about people not liking you. Some of these people don't care about people not liking. They just want to belong to something. And this is what they want to belong to, because they really have no one in real life, or they really don't have a life outside of YouTube. And you can tell those people. And no matter how bad you might hate them, see, because I don't hate Uppity. I don't like her. I don't care for her, but I don't hate her. There's people who actually like her. So they're going to allow her to go back and forth. She's going to allow herself to be played back and forth, because she wants that attention, because she don't have no attention at home. And the strangest thing is she talks more about her daughter than anybody else. I'm going to say this again. She brings her daughter and stuff more than anybody else on here. And I wonder why she do that. Why do these people include their children in this bullshit is beyond me. It's beyond me. But it's almost sickening to go and try to enjoy somebody, and she's over talking them and taking over the show. Everywhere I turned to before I left here, she was on their platform. She was on the platform, just taking over. And I said, well, there's nowhere to go over here anymore. It's really nowhere to go, that you don't see the same people doing the same thing and the same shit happening. So I don't know. But she's one that it just is ridiculous the way she take over. Her and the other chaos demon. They just take over people platforms. I'm glad to see that there are people who still going and who still fire up their lives. Like I said, I like a little mess, but this becomes overwhelming when you have real stuff going on in your real life. It's very redundant. I wish we really could see some good shit come about in this beef sector, but is the new 2.0, and they have pushed their way over here. And I think a lot of older content creators just have backed out. And some, again, like I said, is probably working behind the scenes. They're probably working behind the scenes. I don't believe people, and it's a possibility. Like I said, I noticed one person I haven't seen in a while, and I reached out to this person, and I'm not gonna say their name, but they over somewhere else. They in another sector. We done seen them on somebody, I done seen them on someone else's platform in another sector, but I haven't seen them over here in a long, long time. So some people do get sick of it and some people return, but I think people want authentic beefs. And like I said, now that brother Audio came over here and I watched a little of him and he came in kind of strong. Well, you know what, to be honest, let me back that up, because I liked the Audio and Ken thing because I thought it was something new and I thought it was organic. I thought Ken was standing on business when it came to he's been beef sector, and here come this new guy in here, and they were going back and forth. That, I guess, that done died out. I don't know if the brother is still around, but I could tell you he could sure drop a damn diss track on you quick. That brother was sweet. He was talented, but I don't know if he's still around here, the Audio Pope guy. But they complained about him. They complained about the Umar boys. They complain about everyone who comes over here. But then you also complain about the same people beefing with each other. No, they fake and package it as real around here. Yeah. So it's just amazing. He's still around. Okay, thank you, Indigo. But I went over there. Of course, he was new, and I went over there and I listened to his diss tracks. And when I say that brother could drop a diss track fast, he sure can. And they were nice. They were really nice. And so I thought him and Ken would do their thing, but I don't think it lasts that long. And then when I did peep in, he was going at women really tough. But you know what I say? I say this: people treat you the way they see you treat other people. See, these men wouldn't come over here calling bitches like that and disrespecting our women if they didn't see the men already here or the women already here doing the same thing. They get comfortable. They get real comfortable because they say, oh, that's what y'all do. So we gonna come in here. We gonna come in here doing the same thing. And then people have a problem with it. It's just like I bring you into my home and everybody take off their shoes and I allow you not to take off your shoes. I mean, you see everybody taking off their shoes. The first thing you're gonna say is, oh, we can't wear shoes in your house. And I go, no, we don't do that over here. And then they'll follow suit. But if they come in and everybody tramping dirt all around my house wearing their shoes, they go do the same thing. And that's why I don't know where the problem really come in. I don't want to hear them cussing at women and disrespect, but the women over here do the same thing, and their tongues are tough sometimes. So you almost can't blame them. Do you want new beef? Because like I told you, they're very confusing over here. You want new beef? You want new people, or you just want the same old style, run of the plays, back and forth, Pizarro and Ness going back and forth, Uppity and Ness, Uppity and Pizarro. Who else? They talking about Breed, KRN is in it. It's just like the same thing. Now he got the talk show. I mean, that calling, which is cool. But I mean, what do we want? Do you want something new, or you just want the same old thing here? I mean, it is what it is. You want to chase the new people away who come over here. And is it the fact that they chase them away because they come over here disrespecting women, or they chase them away because they really don't want anyone else in the beef sector? I mean, it ain't even really the beef sector no more. It's the frenemy sector. Everybody friends over here. They claim they'll never be friends with somebody else, and I swear on my Uncle Joe, they ain't never coming on my platform. You look around, and a week later, they on your platform. They'll be fine. So what do you really want over here? I don't know. I'm tapped out. Yep. Mr. West, he can definitely go. Why can't he go? See, he fits right in. Mr. West is messy from what I seen. So you want him to go? Y'all want him to go? Y'all want Resto to go? Y'all want Audio Pope to go? Who else do everybody want to go? And then you back to the same old beefing. Now they do a bunch of replays. Before I left, they was doing replays. I tapped into two people lives the other day. They doing replays. It's like, what the fuck? Where's the organic beef at now? No one's is beefing over here. I don't know. So yes, it has changed. It's evolved, and I think some people have stepped away from me. Sometimes I think it's not even worth to come on here when you know people are being so diabolical towards each other. They trying to destroy each other's channel and knock them out the game. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I mean, what do we want over here? I like Resto doing Resto's job. He's a troll. He's doing his job. Yeah, he doing his job. I hear him. I was watching a little bit because I left my earpiece at home today and I didn't want to turn around. So I watched just a little bit of YouTube cameras, and Resto was over there. Resto was over there, and he seems to be comfortable. One thing about it is YouTube cameras make people comfortable. Mm-hmm. You know, when she do her replays, and that's her platform, that's what she do. So he was over there, and he also support that sister. He supports her. You know, every morning I think he damn near over there. Yeah. Yeah. Binary is making his way. He over there partnering up with Pizarro. Pizarro is still down here. I think Bree and them kind of backed off on Lady Nika. I think they backed off a little bit. But I like Resto. Resto is giving them a run for their buddy, and they ain't gonna be able to get rid of him. Like they didn't get rid of Binary. Really, now he done got bad, it looks like, because the last I knew, he was over there with Ness and her crew. Now he over there with Pizarro. See, that's how they do. You get mad at Pizarro, you go over to Ness, you get mad at Ness, you go back to Pizarro, and it's just like a bounce between them. And so if one don't like them, they'll take them in. If the other don't like them, they gonna take them in. That's what they do. So you're going to see them around here. Now, would they gain a lot of traction as far as getting subbies from over here? May not, they might not. And even if you redirect people or, you know, shout people out, that don't mean everyone's gonna go over there and entertain them. See, I like Binary, but Binary is very, 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 very messy. He's very messy, but I've always liked Binary, but I could see through his mess. He's a very messy person. And Resto is too. Resto is another form of Binary. He making his way over here. Mm-hmm. You can't stop people really from coming over here. Only you as a subby could not support them. You as a content creator don't have to support them by letting them on your platform. But I think what it is I think these people, like I said before I left here, and it's been what, 2 months ago, I think I left, they're building up their camps. They're building up their camps. And let's talk about this. So the other day I watched Brookie. I think it was Brooke. I've always liked Brooke and Malik. You know, even when they was going through their thing, I never spoke on them. For some reason, I like Brooke and Malik. They've never done anything to me, never disrespected me, and I'm good with them. And I heard, I think it was Brooke. Now, I could be wrong, Queen Diva. One of y'all correct me. They got a rotation. So you went from the trifecta, see, this bullshit I'm talking about, now to rotation. What is the difference? What's the difference between the trifecta and the rotation now? They say they got a rotation going on over in Ness's camp. They say they had the trifecta over here in Pazal, Lady Nika, and Bree camp. Now it's Ness, Shakim, and I like Shakim too, always had. Ness, Shakim, Brooke, and I guess her crew over there, they have a rotation now. Is no different than the trifecta, y'all. When Pizarro, Lady Nika, and Brianna and ODS on all them was going after each other. Who goes next? The same thing is happening. It's just with different people now. See, it's just with different people. And I laugh at it because people tried so hard to tear them down just to build themselves up. That's the shit I'm talking about. They try so hard to destroy them just to bring themselves up. So it is what it is. My bad, Miss Tisha. Kim started with me, so I don't like that midget. Okay, Indigo, you good, baby? You good? I said I like him. He never done anything to me. Ma'am. Seems like the straight dudes who find their way over here has been the weakest addition to this sector lanes. Well, I mean, they come in and like I said, I think people get upset with them because they feel some kind of way the way they cussing the women folk out over here. But the women folk out here be cussing them out too. See, they don't come over here. I noticed something that people probably won't speak on, but I'm here to tell the truth and shame the devil. None of those men came over here disrespecting anyone over here. The disrespect started coming from over here first, and it made them comfortable. And so then they start thinking, well, I'll disrespect them too. I'll call them a bag of bitches, hoes, and talk about their mammies and their pappies and their dogs. And I'll talk about them and their aesthetics and all that because that's what they do over here. And once they start disrespecting them, they start disrespecting them back. And that's where the problem came in. It can't be a problem if somebody come over here respectfully. Like you can't have a problem if somebody positive over here and you want them to be negative, or you start fucking with them because they positive and then they turn negative and start doing the same shit y'all do but probably do it worse, and then you have a problem. It's double standards. It's always been double standards out here. Like outrage. Cruiser said something that I thought was so profound. She said at my age I could be outraged at anything I want to be. I could talk about anything I want to talk about. I could hit any platform I want to. I could say what the F I want because I'm grown. That was profound. She said she can be outraged when she wants to. She can pick and choose her moments of outrage. And that's what everyone else do over here. Everybody's not going to follow the suit. And like I said, none of those brothers came over here. I don't care if they gay, straight, crooked, whatever. They never came over here just disrespecting people. They were disrespected first. And then they retaliated. They said, well, this is how they get down over here. I came over here trying to be respectful. And we know some of them came over here with bad intentions. Ain't nobody blind to that. But I'm speaking facts. They never came over here just start slinging bitches and hoes and your mommy this and you bald bitch and you a bum, you a dusty, you. No. People talk to them like that first and then they came back. That's the facts. And y'all probably don't want to hear that, but that's the facts. That's why I never follow the crowd. I pick and choose who I like according to how they treat me. I can't say none of those men have ever disrespected me. Now, I don't know the audio pope guy. He knew. But as far as Shakim Binary, what's his name? Binary, and who else? I haven't dealt with some of the other ones that's running loose over here. But those two, I can say they have never disrespected me. It's certain people that I've never disrespect me. And so there's no cause for me not to like them. Even when they get out of line and start calling these women out of their name, you guys called them out of their names first. This is what you do over here. There's no difference. There's no difference. You invited them over here. They over here. They getting comfortable. That's all it is. They getting comfortable because you allowed them to get comfortable. It ain't like y'all could put nobody out from over here, you know. Such as Brooke got grills now. They said it made out of aluminum foil. Oh, I forgot that. See, now I didn't know. I wasn't going to read that. I'm putting myself in timeout. Duchess, you always have been messy. You always have been my little messy Duchess. But yeah, so I don't know. I just say I sit back and I try to, enjoy it. I've been in other areas, been really checking out, some true crime. I've been, of course, in the casino area, right? DC Kool-Aid. No, I've been in the casino area. I watch a lot of shorts now because it seems like everybody over here is truly just trying to destroy people and phase other people out so they could rise to the top. But the people you shit on, that you, while you going up, is going to be the same people when you come down, and everybody gets a turn around here. That's for sure. You all will get a turn. Anybody who wants to get in this mess and be messy and hold messy panels and do all that, they'll get a turn. It is what it is. Don't feel left out. But some of these people need to work hard on their own channels, instead of always supporting other people who's not really supporting them. They need to support, work on your own channel if you want to be a content creator over here. Please like, share, subscribe. Yeah, come on. Please at least like it. There ain't but 60 folk in here. But I appreciate it. I didn't think I was going to get 60 people in. I said, Diva, if I have 10 people in here, I'm grateful. And those my people who supports me. And I'll never ad lib or will I ever tell a supporter where to go. And Queen Diva, she supports a lot of people that I don't support. She has to tell me. I'm gonna drop this link and see if Queen got something to say. Cause she, she the one who watches everybody and she's everywhere. But Mz.Teavalocity, though, but I don't have much to say. I just wanted to say, come on and say, hey, I miss you all. I appreciate you all who's been members with me and still remain to be a member. Maybe I will offer a membership live and we could sit back and talk. I don't really open up too much down here because I know that people really don't give a damn about you. They don't care about you. They don't really, and there's some people who do, but a lot of these people, whatever you bring down here and you expose to them, if they not digging in your damn business, doxing you, getting in your, trying to get in your real life, I don't expose a lot of things, but I have been dealing with life. Life has been life. And I told y'all, again, I'm limited on what I will ever say down here. So even if I say it in members live and try to share some of what's going on in my life, it'll get out because you got people who's in your members live. We don't know who these people on avatars and, all these troll ass names. You really can't stop them from buying membership, but they be all in your bushes. They everywhere. And so I don't share too much. Hey, Melissa Coffee, what's going on, Sugar Wooger? Duchess, she lost another tooth. I don't know oh Lord, they told. I don't even have to ask if Uppity is still toothless. Yeah, Uppity is still here. Uppity is still being uppity. And like I said, sometimes you want to watch a nice entertainment. One thing about it, I like to see the mess. I like to see some of the mess and drama, but it's very hard to follow and support people when they got other people taking over their platforms. You can't hear other people speak. Even if they dragging, you can't hear them drag or gag or roast because you got the same people just over talking people, over talk. And it seems like some of the content creators, they just don't have control of their platforms. And to me, that for me, I'm just saying me, is not good entertainment. Good evening, Miss T. Hey, just my thoughts. What's going on? I want to say this, and I want to say this. Shout out to you, my girl. Y'all did your job. He looked absolutely handsome. I thought it was one of the best photo shoots for prom. Congratulations to you and your king. You know who you are. I thoroughly enjoyed the video. Much love to you. Yeah, let me tell you something. I went to my granddaughter's probate. My heart was just so filled with joy watching my granddaughter. She's a Delta. I was just so proud of her. We screamed the whole time. Free number, I won't say here, but we screamed the whole time. Then I got the prom. Is it true, Natasha? Yes, they said Natasha Milan passed away. I am so sorry to hear that. And then I didn't even know. I'm telling you, I have been looking for Miss B Town Hester. They said she passed. Hey, Shakim Ra. I just was talking about you, baby. Um, it wasn't bad, shot. They say that Miss B Town Hester been passed away. You know, some people is yeah, some people are passing away that we don't even know about, that have been over here supporting a lot of us for years. Thank you. 59, and I got 59 people. God be the glory. You can red ball. It wasn't nothing bad, Shakimra. I was just saying that you have never disrespected me. I've always liked you, and I was just, yeah, red baller, baby. It was about the men who come over here and how they come over here. It was when I say, yeah, she rolled with you. She did, Duchess. I didn't even know. And you know, I asked about Slappy, but I think one day I was in Sir King's. It's been months ago, a couple of months ago, and I think I saw Slappy over there, and is what made me think about B Town Hester. But they say she passed away. I didn't know that. You know, sorry to hear that, but and it's been a while ago. Then Natasha Milan, we hadn't seen Natasha. You know, they say she passed away. So people are just, you know, passing away, and we just keep going. That's why don't get so caught up in this. And this is true. Don't allow the YouTube shit that you get so caught up in it, that, you know, because there's some people on here who are really sickly that we may not know, or it's people on here sickly that we do know about. And when they do all that screaming and hollering, or they get a little stressed out, that just exacerbate their illnesses, whatever illness it may be. It will exacerbate it. So they need to make sure they kind of take this shit in stride and just use it as entertainment. A bro like Indigo having a mental breakdown on YouTube can never drag me. Oh Lord, that's him in the shit cam. They did a tribute, Duchess. Just remember on whose channel. I don't know. For the longest, I've been asking Miss Natasha Yao. Natasha was a hoot, but yeah, Natasha passed away. They say the guy Blue Wolf Phoenix, that was his name. They say he passed away as well. Let me put my banner, because we know they doing some porn stuff. Just hold tight in that back. Is that you?
Yes, it's me.
Hey, Queen Diva, what's happening, beauty? Hey, sis.
Nothing much. Do I sound all right? Because you know
Yeah,
I'm sick with a cold.
I know you. I hope you feel better. Get well, baby. Yeah, what's up? What you want to
Yeah.
add to this? Because you know I ain't have much to say, but you done seen it all.
Girl, I've been watching this junk all day since I'm
Because you
sick
been home.
and
Mm-hmm.
trying to get plenty of rest. I'm watching television, so
So what
I've
you
been
see?
watching everybody run amok, uppity,
Uh,
everybody.
tell Mama
Caesar.
Lola and family. I did tell Mama Lola. And
Hey, Mama
LOL.
Lola.
For real. Yeah, Mama Lola. Yeah, how you know, Melissa? I just was saying about Mama Lola. I wrote her the other day, you know, just to give her an update what was happening on me. And she said she been looking in and out, but she hadn't seen me. But Mama Lola, you know I love you and thank you so much for being my number one balcony cheerleader. Diva, what's up? What you tired of, Diva?
Everything and everybody.
Why
Then
you
my number one person I'm tired of is uppity, making a fool out of herself. She is so delusional. Then she talk about everybody else. This child talks about everybody else, mother, father, sister, brother, kid. She always bringing her kid up. People don't talk about that little girl. Nobody but her.
mm,
And then
mm.
she want to say, they talking about my daughter. Da, 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 da. I'm just so sick of them. I am so sick of her.
Tell you what, she was on that baby. Woo! Lord, I said I wasn't gonna get up here. Oh, cuss me out, uppity, but you was a fucking hot mess on that dance.
Ooh.
Now let me tell you something, Diva.
There's
To me,
no way that girl should have came on camera looking like that. She's an embarrassment to
well,
women
she
of
not.
color.
No,
Women,
she no
period.
embarrassed. She don't represent me. But I could tell you this: to me, uppity looked like she was zoned out the whole time. She looked like she was really zoned out, and it didn't. It just didn't look right to me.
Girl, she was drunk before 12 o'clock noon today. Online, drunk.
She was tearing up online, Diva.
And then she started. I don't know what happened, but I kind of could see what happened with her and the neighbor. That man in there with his wife and I don't know how
The
many
neighbor,
kids. Yeah, she got into it with him. I think he knocked her phone down out her hand,
the
but she was
neighbor.
recording his family. Yes, she was
Oh,
recording his family. Yeah, this happened in the lobby of where she live at. So it looked like the building, I want to say the building manager or somebody in the office came out and took the family in the office away from her.
girl, he
Yeah, she
really
was
been
up.
all over. I don't even watch Uppity. Uppity is disgusting to me.
Didn't know Shakim showed it. Shakim showed it on
Oh,
his live. So I watched it over there.
oh, Shakim showed it. I didn't get to see
Yeah,
Shakim. I didn't get to see him today. Oh,
girl, they just running amok in these streets.
mm.
Good entertainment. I'm sorry to hear about Kiki and her boyfriend breakup because I like Octavius and Kiki.
Oh, they broke up
Always,
again.
I think so. Yeah.
I was over. You know what? I was in Pizarro Bushes. I think I dropped down and said hello. I didn't stay long, but I did hear. I didn't know Pizarro and Kiki done got into it. They used to be chummy chum, but I thought I
Mhm,
heard Pizarro say that Kiki wrote a letter saying she was leaving YouTube, and I thought that was
mhm.
the thing. Sometimes you just have to take a mental break.
Girl, and
Oh,
that
she
Mr.
talking about
West.
Resto's daughter.
Yeah, that
I
Mr.
dragged
West just
Resto's daughter.
running amok. He in everybody platform he get hit.
Who? Mr. West?
Mr. West.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? When I was over at Lemons, like I said, Lemon come on later. He stayed a long time, so I haven't really been over there. And then I enjoyed that Mr. West. He's a messy somebody too, baby. And Mr. West be up there starting some shit. Him and Tulsa,
Oh,
they
I
mess.
love Tulsa. She's a messy something too.
Tulsa
And
is so
so is that Dimples. Ooh, baby Dimples just doxing everybody when she hit the platform, calling them by
Dim-
their first name. And that's not right, but who am
oh,
I to say?
that's doxing.
Let me mind my business, okay?
Well, Dimple been doxing. Dimple dox when she get mad at people. So that's who Dimples is. But let me tell you something. Tulsa, Tulsa, Tulsa. I've been to two of Tulsa shows. Tulsa really have some good shows, but she focused too much on over here. See, Tulsa came from the T sector. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
B. Lachey could tell you all about Tesla, but somebody had told me she came from the T sector. So Tulsa, no, but Tulsa gives a good little show when she talking about celebrities and stuff, but don't know
Mm-hmm.
because I think what happens is she come over here and get in a lot of mess, and then
See,
people don't support Tulsa, but
See, Indigo know exactly what she talking about. Cause not one time did that boy say anything about Upbeat family.
uh,
He talked about his mother, talked about his wife, talked about probably his anybody she could think of that was related to him. She
oh,
started it with him. Just like she probably started with that landlord, cause she sounded like she was up. I'm just telling you what I
well, she's
can
a train wreck. She she
See,
she.
let me tell you what happened. She threw Nyla's scooter in the garbage, right? And the
Mhm.
guy got 8 kids, so he probably took it out if one of his kids could use it.
Use
So
it
she
right.
saw the kid with it and snatched it from the kid, according to
Snatch
what
it
the
from the
man
kid.
said. Yeah, that's what
Allegedly.
happened. Did anybody else hear that? Indigo, did you hear that?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
See, this is what I
Mm-hmm.
was just saying. Hold tight. See, Indigo made a point here. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
Resto started dragging her daughter, would he be wrong? But that's what I'm saying. They
Nope.
fuck with these men over here, these people who come over here just trying to be a part of it. Well, however way they get in, they want to fit in the way they get in. As soon as they fire back at them, people over here is upset with these men. But like I said, I can't recall none of these men ever coming over here just start blatantly disrespecting people. But I could be wrong because listen, I don't watch everybody. And then when I do watch sometime, you guys, I'm busy, doing working and trying to listen in. So I can't say 100%, but from what I've seen, I've never seen these men just come over here and start talking about these women. I've just never seen it. I've heard the women go at them, and then they in return they start going back at the women. That's how I see it. That's how I see it, Diva. I could be wrong because, like I said, I don't watch everybody all day. I never stay for a whole video. I don't go back and watch it if I'm see. Oh, okay. So she said Resto went on Nest platform and didn't say anything to up. She started attacking him. But see, if
Right.
wrong, you'll have people come out and say, "Oh, the way he talked to women or the way he was
Mm-mm.
talking to these women."
Mm-mm.
No, a lot of these women, because this is what they do over here, they attack the newcomers, and that's the truth
Baby,
because
he
they don't
had
want
every
to know
right to talk to Uppity the way he talked to her today. He had every right because she started with him.
you.
You know
Wow.
what I want to say, Mz.Teavalocity?
Say what you want to say. They crashing out. Some of these people
Look,
crashing out though, baby, over this shit.
but you know what? I watch Sir King
Look
and I
who here.
watch
Let me make
Lemon.
sure. Hold on. Let me make sure, Diva. Go ahead,
Okay.
baby. Keep talking, but
But
I
I
got.
lost all respect for Lemon after he let the Chaos Demon back on his platform.
It ain't
After
my.
she palm bombed him. But I tell you who
Is
platform
that
should
you?
never be on.
Hey, what's up, ladies?
Wait a minute, Sheffy Weffy, you ain't naked, are you?
Hey,
Well, I
Chefy.
do got my moo
Sheffy,
on. Hey,
Girl,
Sheffy.
what's
ladies.
going on,
Hey,
girl?
Queen Diva, how are you?
Hey,
Now, hold
Sugar
on.
Wugger.
Good
Last
Now,
time
for
I saw
you.
you, Sheffy, I swear this the last time I saw you. Sheffy, you was in the shower. You ain't taking no shower, are you, Sheffy?
well, no, my ass is already clean. Thank you very
Good.
much.
Good,
She
You
not
darling.
know,
going to
at
come
least
on
I
here
go
like
in the
that, T. But
shower.
that was an accident.
I mean, how
She
many
didn't do
people do
that
you see go
deliberately.
in the shower? Exactly, Queen Diva. How many people do you see even go in the shower? They be here for
Right,
5, 6,
exactly.
8 hours. You don't
I
never
would
see
love
them
to
go
throw
in the shower.
somebody in there because they look so dirty.
Oh,
The one
okay.
that was the one that won the dance competition.
Now, right, let's do again the shower competition. Now, listen.
Oh shit, y'all are kind of dragging over here. Y'all gonna have them drag my ass by my no edges.
Girl, bye. You got edges, and who's worried?
I ain't worried about. Steffi, what's going on, Sugar Wugger?
No, I thought I'd like bomb the place for a couple minutes. I don't
Okay,
know.
go ahead. You can bomb it. What's on your mind, Sheffy? Bomb it.
You know what? You know what, Miss T Velocity?
Oh
I
Lord.
don't
Ah,
I okay, I was saying to somebody, um or maybe Indigo's thing. They said
Facts,
Resto
Jazz.
was antagonizing Uppity from the chat, and that's why Uppity went off. However, when it comes to the
oh.
kids,
Mm-hmm.
that was bullshit. I even called Uppity. I was like, Uppity, why are you dragging Resto's
Oh.
kids? That was me. I did hit the link and ask her that. You know how she go under
Oh.
your clothes and you know the child isn't black or whatever. You know, so many excuses. And
Oh.
she was also
Okay.
about to go after K Fit and
Oh no.
her
Not
baby.
not
But
K Fit.
and you
She
know
can't
that's why I
afford to
have
go
to
after nobody on here. She can't
and, and,
afford to go after
and Queen
nobody.
Diva, that's why I kind of wanted. I thought a little bit
Oh.
problematic with Ness, right? Because when it came to Resto's kid, Uppity was dragging the hella out of Resto's kid, but when it came to K Fit kid, Uppity couldn't get a sentence out. So if you so quick to stop her from dragging one kid, stop her
She
from
could get
dragging
them
the other
all.
kid. That's what I would
Oh
I
like to say.
agree.
Be equal
Hmm.
among
I
the
agree with
board.
that. I agree with that.
Let
Wow.
let the kid be black, white, he,
Whatever
she.
is a kid.
Yeah.
Kids don't ask to be in this shit. And like I said, what I can't stand about her is that She brings her daughter up. But wait a minute, Sheffy, you said he was in the chat saying something to her?
Now that's what Uppity was, because Uppity was on the platform, I
Oh,
believe,
That's not
first.
true. That's not true. I
No,
watched the whole thing. I watched the whole chat. I watched everything.
so Resto never said anything in the chat about Uppity. Uppity just went off. What about the daughter thing though, Miss Queen Diva?
Honey,
I
honey,
wasn't.
Well, how did
look.
the chill? Well, how did she start dragging Resto's kid? How about that?
Wow. Yeah. And she'll be,
Now I could be
Uppy was
mixed up Miss
drunk.
Velocity
Uppy
about who
sound
went
drunk.
first and
I
who didn't.
must
Yeah,
say,
now
she
she was
sound
drunk. Now,
drunk.
now I'll give you that.
Yeah.
She was drunk since Jay
So,
Wilson's earlier this morning.
all right.
So
Okay.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. Now,
oh, look, Indigo was there as well as Queen Diva and y'all. Uppity was talking smack about Resto. Resto never said anything about or to Resto. Wait, I don't know. Uppity, okay. Uh-oh, Melissa saying they
mm,
both did it
now,
at
yeah,
Miss.
I agree with that, Melissa. I think they both are.
Well, I
Yeah,
wish
I
that
agree with
people
Melissa.
would really leave kids out of this. I really do. Much as you could drag Uppity all day long, it doesn't bother her. That's one thing I'm gonna say about her. She got like thick skin. She got thick skin. Now, I don't know if it comes from her mental illness or delusion or whatever, but she got thick skin.
I
But
don't think she
nobody,
has thick skin because she's so quick to go off on somebody.
no,
Isn't that
but
Mhm.
sensitive skin?
oh
That's the
well.
opposite.
Well, maybe she don't have. Well, okay, I could say this. This is what she'll stand toe to toe with you. Let's not do the thick skin shit. She'll do
Yeah, yeah,
toe to
yeah.
toe. Like
Yeah,
one
yeah,
thing
yeah.
about it, Uppity don't lose a beat. She don't lose breath. She will go toe to toe. So there's no need to put in people kids. But
Okay, I agree with you on that.
okay, so I backed it up. Thank you, Sheffy, for making that correction. No, it's not thick skin, but I think what she does a lot of time too is throw her daughter in it so people could start talking about her daughter so she could be relevant.
Oh, that's deep.
Think about it. A lot of times that girl puts her daughter in it without anyone saying anything about her daughter because she wants to be relevant. She wants that attention. And the unfortunate thing is she uses her daughter for it.
Yeah, and can I go a step further? I
Go a
think
step
it's
further.
even going. I'm sorry.
Go a step further. Melissa, I
Okay,
dropped the link.
this whole wish list thing.
Oh, I
You
wouldn't get up
you
there.
know she used to go after everybody. Oh, you got a wish list, people buying you stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could be, let's say if there's a total amount of 20 things, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's say maybe 5 things are for Nyla and 15 things are for her. And it's a whole
Mm.
unboxing. But I'm gonna go on mute.
Well, you know what? I don't really watch it. I don't watch it, so I ain't gonna lie. I don't know about her. I don't watch her. One thing
Okay.
about me, when I say Sheffy, this the truth. When I say I'm done with someone, I'm done with them. I don't play those fucking games. It say you're not connected. Wait, oh, that's you. Oh, Missy wanna add something to. Hey, sugar wooger.
Hey,
Hey,
is
baby, how
that a
you doing?
moo? I think I
Well,
got the
no,
same moo.
it might be because
I
I got some
love
pajamas
moo.
on at the bottom.
Okay,
Yep.
Mz.Teavalocity. I love Miss Moo
That's
Moos
you,
too.
Diva.
Hmm.
Yes.
You do. Now, Sheffy, stop. I want to say this 1 minute, and this is a sincere thing. This is the truth. When you first came on here and Diva noticed that you was wearing moo remember she modded for you?
Yeah.
Diva wanted to send you some moo She sure did. She said, I want to send her some nice moo We love a
Look,
moo.
they come with the scarf here too. They come with the headbands. They really nice.
What? Okay.
Girl, that was a long
Okay.
time ago.
Go ahead, Melissa, because you wanted you seen something, you perceived something a little different. What's up?
I had seen the little bit. How y'all doing, everybody on the panel?
Hey
Sheffy and
there.
everybody, Queen Diva.
Hey,
Uh,
Melissa.
I seen when Sheffy would come up there. I think both of them was talking about each other child, but the reason why Uppity talk
We
about
not talking about
everybody kid.
Sheffy. We not talking about Sheffy.
I'm
No,
talking about
what
Uppity.
she
I say
said
hi to
uppity.
Sheffy.
She said hi.
Uh,
Uppity.
uh,
Hey
I
there.
remember when Sheffy came in, she had asked the
mm,
same question, and I was thinking the same
mm.
thing when you was up there, Sheffy. But Resto had kept saying his daughter looks better than Nyla.
Oh,
Oh. Okay, my bad.
I was where you was at because I listened
Oh.
to it. Because every time Uppity or certain people that come up on the panel, and I usually don't, listen to go over the next and whatever. But it was like it was way too much. And
I
she kept
agree.
talking about his daughter, that this, that, and the third. But then he said, my daughter looks better than yours. My wife looks better. He's the type of person, he got the short man complex.
Yeah, but you know what, Melissa? He didn't start talking about her child first. First of all, he was talking about her, and he was talking about how he enjoyed Queen 88. That's how that's how the whole
Yep, and that's when he
conversation
went in
started.
and he said, fuck it, I'm just gonna talk about your daughter.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
He
I
Back
think
to
started,
see
he
that.
didn't start off first. You're right, Diva. He didn't start off first. He started off talking about Queen 88 and them shaking. And next thing you know, he went into it. But see, he goes everywhere. He only person that, if you notice with Russia, only person that he argued with is people like Uppity. Nothing against Uppity because I don't give a fuck, two fucks about it. The kid is okay. I ain't got nothing to do with the kids. I don't get too fucked about it. I got six of my
Me
own.
either.
Okay, and I don't give that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But she started talking about this kid. She was drunk at whatever time it was. She didn't stop drinking from last night.
Yeah.
Now Miss Melissa is correct on that. She hasn't stopped drinking.
I think sometime when they drink like that, to include limit too, they crashing out. They crashing out. But anytime you drink like that all night and all day, you are hiding something. And I don't mean hiding from us. You're masking a deeper problem. Because that's
Yeah.
what it does. Because think about it, and they always say, oh, women always say, oh, I was drunk, or that somebody say I was drunk. A drunk man speaks a sober tongue. I was always told that it just gives them the
the courage.
the courage. There you go. Thank you,
Hey,
Missy.
have you guys ever thought about this? They call it wine and spirits. And the
Yeah.
spirits is some evil spirits because that wine you drink and alcohol you drink, think about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because all
But you
that.
drinking, I mean, that rock gut. I mean, come on, that's dessert wine.
Yeah. I don't know
So
what
you gonna
women
get a
drink.
faster rush to the shit. I'll just stick to my Mary Jane.
Me too,
I,
Melissa.
I don't. Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean,
It
because
is
that
good.
drinking gets me. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was out there qualifying, I mean by qualifying crack,
Ooh.
cocaine, all that stuff. That drinking got me in a whole lot of dang
Oh,
trouble.
me too, Melissa. When I was drinking back in my days, I've always told people I don't drink now. Diva tell you I haven't drank for years. But baby, when I did, I was a beast. I had more fights. I've always told people I have had more fights as an adult than I have as a kid. Because let me tell you something, you say boo to me, I'm going to try to knock your damn head into a wall. And I know that if I wasn't drinking, I probably wouldn't be that fast to even react like that. But that liquor is something else. It's just something else, But the way they get up there
Yeah.
and curse out people and talk about, that's no excuse. That's no excuse. You know exactly what you want, what you're doing.
Have I
You know
seen all
exactly
this
what
going
you're doing.
around, getting people for their money, doing this? Ain't nobody no victim up here, but this stuff is crazy. Then get mad about the competition. Y'all wanted the competition. She had the competition. She wasn't satisfied with the competition. Then you wonder why people stay up in the sky and don't come down. Because this is some bullshit.
It makes it hard for people to really sit down. Entertainment is a problem with anything now. I in the competition, I must say this. I think that Uppity and Rose started out the competition. They did their thing, and that should have been the end. That's just me.
I
Because
agree with you too.
yeah,
I
I,
do.
I
I
don't
agree.
believe other people, especially Queen 88. That sister is professional.
She's a
She's a
professional.
professional dancer. I
Like
don't
when she
think
had
she
the
could have matched up
competition,
against them.
me, I'm a professional cook and a chef, associate's
Right,
degree. Me coming up in the competition, they asked me why I have
right.
associate's degree. It is not fair.
Yeah, I see. For me, Melinda, that wouldn't be fair either. But this is the way they run it, and the reason why I don't do a lot of commentary on it, not that I'm afraid, because like I said, I don't think it was fair that anybody else came that late. I don't. I
Yeah.
think it should have just stayed on Uppity and Row. That they were there from the beginning. They did their 3 dances, but again, I don't contribute to that, so I
Yeah, I
have
don't
no
contribute.
say
I
so.
come in on it when they had the
Yeah,
competitions. I either be
I
at
don't have
work
a
or
say
something like
so.
that. I just look at it. But it was like,
Yeah,
Uppity, regardless of 88, I'll admit she's the artist. She's
yeah,
danced. She's a good art.
yeah.
She's an artist.
I
She
knew
know
she
her
would come and
craft,
take it. I knew she would come and take it.
and she
And,
would come her craft. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, you
because
can't
she,
get mad
yeah,
with her for that. It was up to the judges. I liked it to see the
right.
new judges. It brought about fresh
I
air.
did.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. I mean, even though some of the stuff is not my competition, I ain't getting no money. I just stand by and look.
Yeah, and that's why I don't say too much about, because I've never hosted one. I don't participate in them. I watch some, and I could be honest with you, I didn't watch all of it. Like
Me
I said, my
either.
husband was even watching it, and we were getting a kick out the little portion we saw. But I just didn't like the fact that everything was stopped for other people to come over and then to win when those 2 people had been there. But again, it wasn't my competition to call. It wasn't
Yeah.
for me to say anything. I didn't even drop down. I just looked at it a little bit from the sky. And that's why I don't do a lot of commentary on them, because to me, if I'm not really engaging and participating and
How can
giving,
you talk
I don't
about
have
it?
room to talk about it. That I do know. I thought Hypnotic Touch was good, and I thought it was good to see the other lady, Allie in
Allie in
Wonderland.
Wonderland.
I
That's what I
think,
was looking at the judges. And
yeah,
Brian was good as well. Brian was
Brian
being
was
Brian.
biased from the very beginning.
Brian was being Brian.
He
And
was
I liked it to
there
see
you
the new
go.
judges. Yeah,
He
he
was
was being
Brian.
Brian.
He was being there you go. He was
That shit
being
had me.
Brian.
He said, "Oh, come on, Texas." I said, "No, come
Yeah.
on, shake it, the booty. That's what you're
Yeah.
looking at. He's still a man. He's still a man, y'all."
At the
I
end
got a
of the
big
day.
kick out of Brian.
Yeah. Brian is a man. Brian, it was no cut cards with him when it came to 88. But like I said, she's a professional dancer.
Yeah, that's like some of the cooking
yeah.
competitions. If I get up in there and in the kitchen, to me, it wouldn't be fair. That's just me.
Yeah.
I don't know about
I see what
nobody
you're
else.
saying. But it
So
happens
that's
over here. But it happens over here, Melissa. But I just think that when they do the competitions, they should stick to their rules. They shouldn't bend their rules. I don't care what that brings in conflict. It brings in drama, and
but I
maybe
think
that's
you
the
know what?
purpose of them.
I noticed that every time we have a competition or whatever, that's part of the competition because we never stick to the rules. I don't come to the conclusion we never stick to it. So that's part of the commentary that comes along with it. But to me, as being a subby and a content creator, I'm be honest with you, I'm tired of seeing the same one win.
Yeah.
No disrespect,
Yeah.
but if that's what the audience that's what they like, I have nothing to do with it. But it just brings about a change. Sometimes, it is what it is, but they wonder why the old folks that you haven't seen, and like you were saying, back off to, I didn't know Blue with Phoenix Rising had passed away.
Yeah, that's what somebody told me. I could be wrong. But another thing when it comes to the competitions too, it's hard to really get upset. You
Right.
almost already know what's going to happen when you see the people that take place in, because nobody else have the balls to get up there and really
They don't want to do
dance.
it, but
They
Uppity
don't
and
want
Roll
to do
keep
it.
doing it.
They have confidence that they get up there and do it, so you can't get mad. You really can't get mad. It's kind of hard to get mad. They say, they say Blue Wolf. Did you hear that, Diva?
No, I didn't hear that. But I must
No.
say that Uppity and Row are great entertainers. And that's
They
what it's
are.
about.
They are.
Entertainment.
They are.
Yeah. They're
They are.
great
You gotta give
entertainers,
people
baby.
their props. And like I said, you gotta have a lot of courage to get up here and dance in front of people and do
Yes.
cook in front of people. You have to, and I don't have it. I don't have it. I would love to do. I always say I would love to do the crafts with Jill and Ronnie Q and them. And one day I'm gonna get my stuff out and do it. But you have to, you have to have courage. So I definitely commend Uppity and Row, as well as Spiller Boy. I was surprised when I looked and saw him up there.
Spiller Boy was doing his thing.
He was doing his thing. He was
Him
representing
and
the
Trish.
55 and over. Yes, he was representing the
Him
50
and
very
Trish.
well.
Yeah.
Him and Trish, yes, she did a great job as well.
I was surprised to see. Now Trish, I remember Trish was in the dance off or something long time ago, and I know she do the hypnotic dance, something she does. She's a dancer too, professional. But I was really surprised when I looked and saw James up there. I really was. I was surprised, but again, if they enjoyed themselves and
we needed something, it was something that was different. We needed that, and we knew that it was going to be. But I enjoyed it a little because I was in and out, and I said, okay. But after you seeing the same person dance, I say, okay, I'll come back when everybody else get finished. But it was something different. You know what I'm saying?
Something different. You got to offer the people something different other than always hooping and hollering and cussing and dragging. And I mean, we all like a little, drama and stuff like this. But I think some of this gets overboard.
This ain't no drama that they doing right now. This is we have been on here. When I looked at my anniversary, it said 5 years as of March 17th. Either you part of the problem or part of the solution. We done, us as being older, we sitting up here like, life be life, and this is what the fuck y'all doing.
I just can't. Yeah, it was refreshing. It's just like I've always had a problem though. When we really y'all, and I don't want nobody to say, oh, she was over, but I have a problem watching every day in and day out, us tear each other down.
I won't do it no more. I used to when I first come up here. I don't do it. I don't do it.
Yeah, I can't do that day in and day. Just watch us tear each other down always. Is never a uplifting moment, is never a conversation where each other is saying something nice or doing something nice.
I can't do it no more.
It's just crazy, man. It gets to be a little bit too much here, and I haven't been following the Diddy trial because that sounds just like gross. It sounds gross and disgusting. So I hear about bits and pieces. But have you been following it, Melissa and Diva?
I ain't even used no baby oil since that situation.
Oh shit!
I listen to Tisa Tell. Is it Tisa
I like Tisa Tell. I turned you on
there live. So I listen to her.
It would be to Armand because I know he got in depth in detail. That's a little bit what I'm going. Well, I'm not going through no more anybody else, but stuff like that and that's just a little bit much for me, and just a little too heavy on my heart.
Yeah, man.
Mine too.
It's oh God.
And I've heard about it when he was in the industry years ago. I've heard about it. I've seen about it before to come out. What really got me, they gonna try to get Smokey.
Oh yeah, smoke. But you know what? This is what I say, and this is just something I watch Armand. I haven't watched him in a while. This is something I say, you guys. It's just like what I was just saying here, and I don't have to always be right, but 9 times out of 10, this is what it is. You run in a circle like that. That's what they do. That's what they do. They've been doing that shit for years and years and years, and now it's catching up. Some people feel like, oh, they told on so and so now I can tell what Smokey did. It never crosses my mind that these people are just flat out lying all the time. Some of it is true because that's the circle they run in. That's the circle they run in. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
We was just talking about wine and spirits and drugs and different things make you do certain things. So it's no doubt that lady, Cassie suffered trauma, and some of these women suffered trauma and different things, but they was a part of it because that's what they do in the industry.
I mean, that's why I say this. So for it to come out, I mean, after going through the R. Kelly, Bill Crosby, it's like, if you're not connected to the artist and really follow the artist, you would have to really sit in. But I'm not about to sit up here in no trial. No.
Yeah. So, and then some of the stuff was so explicit. I don't even want to hear it because I don't even want to hear people being treated like that. But money is funny, y'all. People do things for fame and money. And I think what happens, they get so deep into this shit that they can't turn around. You just can't turn around like that. Once you start getting there, You know,
for his
I
daughters and stuff to hear that on a daily
yeah,
basis, they gonna be
yeah,
scarred.
yeah. Oof,
Start
that's
for life. Steve, I'm gonna step down. You know, I'm really not feeling that well.
I hope
They gonna be scarred. But
they
I just
are.
want they are. I mean, it's just listening to it to have a
Yeah,
Mongol in the industry like that, but it's nothing new. It's
right.
nothing
Oh
new.
man, it ain't nothing new, y'all. That's what the industry is about. I've known people in the industry. I've known some people that you all know in the industry. I'm not gonna sit here and say it. Very close family, family. Diva tell you family. That's what they do. That's what they.
Yep. I know for a
That's
fact
the
that too.
shit
Yeah.
they do. And I think the one hit wonders and the people who don't last are the people that
Yeah.
don't want to get involved with that shit, that see what it's about and turn around. You know, look, William said I could tell some stories, but why talk about it when have the people have passed? Yeah, it's some let me
Yeah.
tell you something. Like I said, I know for a fact they do some of that, you know.
They took it to the grave.
Somebody saying that's not true. She started calling his family. Oh, Lisa Green must have just came in on the conversation, or she dropping out the bushes. I think she talking about the
So, well,
rest
you know
of
what? I'm
uppity situation.
uppity. Yeah. I mean, with uppity, I really don't care for that most people, but I
Mm.
think both of them was both wrong. I don't deal with the kids. So when they start talking about the kids and stuff like that, I always seem to leave out and then I'll be in and out the chat. But to me,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying that he deserved it or she deserved it, but both of them was wrong to me because they
yeah,
talk about each other.
yeah, yeah.
But he goes to every panel and all he do is talk about himself. Noble had came up there to cuss Octavius behind out up on YTC panel. He up there telling Resto, he like a
Yeah,
little match what I match. Noble say, shut the fuck up.
what you mean as far as money and stuff or lifestyle?
Yeah, what it was, Noble came up there to talk to Octavius, but I guess Octavius had called him a pedo or something like that.
Oh
And he came
wow.
up there. He came up on the chat to correct him and said, I'm gonna be on your top no matter where you go. I'm gonna always catch you. So Resto talking about he intervened and Noble was talking. He said, man, I ain't even come up here to talk to you. Shut the fuck up. And then he say, YTC, I'm gonna send you some money because I done cussed on your panel. And then Russell had put $100 up, they put a color on it. He gonna, as long as you put the, match up, you gotta pay more than me. I say, who in the hell does that shit? These new folks that's coming around, these 2.0s, whatever
But
the hell they is.
Melissa, let me ask you something. Are what when you say these new folks come around? Since you up here, we talking about, and I'm gonna get ready. What don't you like about new people coming in the sector, baby?
It's not about them not new people. We need the network, but they don't come in and sit down and listen. They don't get
So,
to know the sector.
so
They
you
don't get
don't.
to know the history because part of the stuff is the history. They just come in, which is the new thing, I guess, is to hit the panels. That they following the assignment. That's what they doing.
Well,
If that's what you're showing them.
and I would think if it's part of entertainment, they just new characters just coming on the scene. And like I said, some people will accept them and some people will reject them. I just have a problem with the double standards. That's all. First, you want new people over here because you're sick of
Yes.
this, right? And then when new
Right.
people come over here, you not welcome them to them. And then some people say things to them, and when they fire back, they the bad guys. I just don't view that as being right, but that's just me. I don't do the panel things all the time, and those people wouldn't be on my panel doing half of the shit that they do, not a third of
Right.
it. So I can't really talk.
I mean, to me, I only go our pizzas, Lady Nika's, yours, certain ones that channel holders like you and I conduct your panel in a fashionable manner.
Right.
I'm not gonna be hitting the link that you over talking who got the biggest. I'm 57 years old. My blood pressure is not gonna
And
go
the
up, and I'm
mics.
not gonna take you.
Oh my gosh, they really buy mics for this shit. That's what I can't believe that they could be in it. Let me ask you another question. So they buy these mics so they could over talk you and scream and yell. They be the loudest. I never brought a mic. Do you know I use my computer all the time? I have a little mic, but I just never use it. I didn't find a need to use it because I come through clear on my computer. But
Me
my
too.
thing is, do you enjoy more when, hey, Life with Jamila,
Hey,
smooches to you,
Jamila,
baby.
babe.
Smooches to you. Do you enjoy it better when you do have people say on the panel and they are going at each other, when you could hear them, or when they just screaming and talking over each other and is yelling and you can't really
Mics,
hear?
the mics don't bother me. The mics don't mean shit. Anybody can go out and buy them a mic. It's
Uh-huh.
about listening to each individual, having the person say what they got to say, and all
Mhm.
that over talking. That ain't shit.
So you like chaos and order. I like chaos
Yes.
and order. Yeah, I like
Yes.
chaos and order. Like, I want to hear what Hypnotic Touch have to say to Life with Jamila. I want to hear what Ray Black have to say to Queen D. I want to hear them drag if that's what they gonna do. And I like the drama part when they bring in and drop new tea and stuff like that. But all that yelling and hollering,
That boom.
I don't have. Yeah. Oh,
Can you hear
let me
me?
go get
Can you
my
hear
mic.
me? Let me
Yeah.
get my mic. Let me get my mic. Okay, so you'll be playing with me now. You're playing with me because I got the fuck you, bitch. I'm like, what this get
Yeah,
what?
it just become too much for me. But like I said, I think we all like drama. We not exempt from drama. I can
Oh
host
no, I
drama
love it.
shows up here. I love messy. I love sometimes when people spill tea, but I have never ever got comfortable with anyone to tell the business that these people, I wouldn't even really befriend some of these people. I just can't imagine. It has to be for show. It has to be for the entertainment and show that you would allow yourself to get close to someone that have shitted and done some horrible things to someone, and that's what they do. They've been doing it for years, and then you go buddy chum with them. Something ain't right with you. That's how I feel.
I'm putting the side eye on you.
Yeah, I'm putting this, like, I don't really believe a lot of these people running in the same circle. I don't think none of them are friends. I really don't. Because
First, you
certain
got to
things
know. You
friends
got to
don't
know what the
do.
friend is. You got to value what a friend is. Because I got some people that I do talk up here. We may not talk often, but if I call them right now, we're gonna have a good conversation, and it came from you too. But if you got that type of friendship, whether y'all in the same circle or not, you got to cherish it and nurture it, and don't let nobody know about that shit up here.
See, that's what I'm saying. But do you befriend people who have snaked other people,
Oh
have
hell
recruited
no,
other
no, no,
people,
no. You
have
up? No,
dropped
no,
seeds?
no,
Why would you
no.
put yourself in that position?
I ain't
Especially
no
if
better.
the
You
shit
gonna do it to
true.
me?
Yeah, yeah. Miss C have to leave. Thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. Just my thought.
You
Good to
gonna
see you, Mr. Brothers.
you gonna do it to me. Maybe I might not like what you do to the next person. I may even tell you or call you on, but I'ma always watch out because I ain't no better than as they say, mad day. Some people ain't even got the had mad day. They just gonna do it anyway.
So sorry for your loss. My prayers are with you. I don't care. Let me see what they saying. I don't care for Uppity, but I was rooting for her too. I can put my dislikes aside for the sake of having fun. That's why I didn't like chat going off on certain people when it was supposed to be fun. Yeah, I have a problem with that too. Because like I said, Uppity and Ro have courage. They get
They
up there and
do.
they participate. You can't knock them down. I mean, of course, you got people in the chat saying bad things, but to me, when they have the courage like that, it would be hard for me to write in the chat, bad things about them, because it's supposed to be for fun, but it is
Yeah.
what it is. But I'm gonna get ready to get out here. I was on
All
here
right,
longer.
Tiva.
I appreciate you, Missy. Things going okay with you, sugar? Because I ain't seen you do a live
You
or nothing.
I ain't going to.
Oh yeah.
Not unless the feeling come over me, because when I took my sabbatical last year, I asked the Lord. I mean, I come up here when I come up here and talk to the people. It's just not it's just not for me. I'd rather just, hit a link every now and then, maybe talk to the people. I sit back and watch. I stay in the clouds. I'm always around, but
Me
I'm not
too.
gonna I can't do this all like this no more. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll be 57 next month. I can't do this like this all the time no more. It's getting to be too much. I stay on my little cloud.
Yeah. Hey, Miss LA, what's going on, sugar? Good to see you. Good to see you. I appreciate everybody. I dropped the link for you, Hypnotic Touch. You got a beautiful voice. And
Then I was
Hypnotic
glad
said,
to see her up there too.
me
I was so
too.
glad to see
I
her in
was
Alley
too.
Wonderland. It brought a
Me
fresh,
too.
disrespect to it.
We
But
did.
I ain't come up here, T,
We
because it's too
did.
much. I ain't no better than the next person. I'll sit back and get my little kiki. I come up here every now and then, let people know I'm still here because, like we were saying, I didn't know about Miss B
That's
Town.
you.
This is
So,
she.
girl, you got a beautiful voice, and you was a very fair judge. I enjoyed your portion of it.
I
I
sure
really
did.
did. I liked your portion, honey. You was trying to be as fair as possible. What's
Thank
up?
you. I just want to say thank you for letting me up, Miss T. Hello, Miss
Of
Melissa.
course.
Hey,
I'm
babe.
happy you felt that way because some folks did not like me as a judge.
Oh, I did.
I had a great time. I just wanted to clear something up
Sure.
about nothing serious, all
Sure.
fun, lighthearted, but about giving people positions in the competition.
Uh-huh.
So with the judging,
Mm-hmm.
two had already voted for 88, so bam,
Uh,
88 is number one.
right.
And then we had to vote for second place. However, that voting went, it bumped up Beyonce. And then
Um,
after that, we had to do third place. And we were like, okay, because we were doing it in front of stage. So we're like, okay, we'll do that one behind stage. So we
okay.
did that behind stage. So it was 2 against 1. So no one was really given a spot,
Uh,
because the way I voted, it wasn't in the order that the other judges voted, but by the way that I voted, when I voted, they were like, "Oh, well, 88 already won, so you just have to pick whoever for the second and third." You get what I'm saying?
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So some people are saying I was, you know, biased because I like everybody who performed, but they felt like
Right.
I showed favor to Beyonce, but that's not how it
Yeah,
went. If
baby. And
you
I
were
love
there,
Beyonce.
yeah, I call her Beyonce. I've
I
been
love
calling her
it.
that.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah, I wouldn't just give someone a spot because the way I voted for her, she would have been third. But because
Oh,
it's it's 3 judges, so 2 voted for 88, and then they were like, "Well, it doesn't matter how you vote,
right.
Hypnotic, because 88 is already first place." You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember
Oh,
that
I
part
got
of it.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
people
it was
just
three.
talking and saying we giving spots to people and it was rigged. Not at all.
No, it
No, I
wasn't
don't
rigged.
think it
She
was
did the
rigged.
vote the
I don't
right
think it
way.
was rigged. I
No.
think the only issue that I have heard, and my issue would have been, but again, I don't say too much because I don't participate and I don't give to them. My only thing is you all started out with Roe and Uppity and they did their performance and you all was about to call it quits. And then all of a sudden it was like, hold up. We want other people to come and other people joined. I just don't think it was fair to them who was on time and ready to go. That's just me, you know.
I was fine with just having the 2 of them, but it's not my challenge.
Right,
So
right. No, no, no. It's not our challenge, but I'm just saying this is my perspective of it. I just think that it was them two from the start. And
Indigo is right. They
huh?
wanted the chat. The Indigo was right. The chat, they were asking when I got there at
Oh,
the time, they were asking for other folks. And
oh, okay.
that's where James and Trish came in at. They were asking. And James said, I'll come up if Trish come up.
I was wondering, I was so shocked to see Spill It Boy because normally I haven't seen him participate in anything like that. But you will want to see more dancers come. I get that. I get that. It
That's the
just
reason why
look,
James came up. Yeah.
it
so
just looks strange. The optics that other people come in and they win. You
yeah,
call other
I
people to
was
win.
trying to get it out of the chat, but not really because I was trying to focus on what they were doing. But yes, so I was fine with the 2 of them, and then they were like, okay, more people. So I guess it's
Oh,
more people. So okay, I'm like, okay, we have these people coming up because if they really want to come up, they need to come because we.
I'm not right. Right. But again, like I said, y'all, I don't put too much on it because it wasn't my competition. I don't do competitions. I don't participate in them. I
Me
don't,
neither.
so I can't, it limits what a person could say. And you always gonna have a naysayer. You know, you always have people that don't agree. But whenever I have a perspective, and I think I'm unbiased, I'm going to speak my perspective. I just think that those two people had already did what they were supposed to do, and hey, it was what it was. And to just wait for other people to come over, I just didn't think it was that fair. But that's me. That's me. And who am I?
They had a good time, and the main thing we needed something different. At least it got us off the bullshit and the flagging for a minute, at least a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Last, it was so much fun. Like,
But then they struck her video, right? Hypnotic.
and
She
that's
got copyright.
still
Oh,
it's
she got copyright.
it's not struck. If you click on it, because I think she's still tagged in Mrs. Wall, it just say it's blocked in the country. If she edited, release it. But I can see why she's not releasing it, because
Oh
people
yeah.
want to use her video to make money and
Right.
talk about her. She
Yeah.
did money off of that competition.
Oh, okay. I see it. It's understandable. I think with all the striking and stuff, though, people gonna start backing out. You know, people ain't gonna want to be, because now, basically, if you want to really, you know, be technical, look at it. Everybody, nearly every content creator, have used other people's shit. They have some have gotten permission, and some haven't because they friends with the person or think they friends with the, so they can always come back. Now I'm telling you, I had a video up, and this is no lie. I had a video up for maybe 4 years, and I got a strike.
Are you?
Yeah, yeah. I went to the little class. I just let it ride, and I got a strike on that video. So people are looking.
Yes, they are.
I know for a fact this person probably didn't come over here and strike that video. It's been here for almost 4 years. 4 years. I think it was here like for 4 years. Now all of a sudden the video got a strike. It didn't belong solely to me. So that's my fault because it was copywritten. You know what I mean? But it had been here for 4 or 5 years. Now all of a sudden this strike shit going on, and I get a strike. And I don't have to lie, I got the strike. When I opened up I was like, strike. And I was trying to think, well, what video could this be? And it was that video. And so it is what it is. But if that's
I
what
got a copyright strike too for the music when I was on the ship. Yeah.
Yep. Mine wasn't for music. This was for somebody else's. It was they said it belonged to someone else. So I get it. I get it. So
But all this
I did
striking.
that little, yeah, that shit is just getting crazy. It's gonna make, but it looks so crazy. It just looks one way, and I'm just, you know, looking at it. You know, all the striking is just crazy.
It don't make for no new content creators. Isn't there not who want to come over here? We want to see new people. We want to engage with new people. But it's like you said, it's a catch-22. And then the new ones that come over, you looking at them like, do you know any of the history? They good up on the panel. To me, they follow the assignment. And then the people that want to just be freely given, you dog them out, call them slow. You do this. What kind of shit is you doing? We not to inviting over here. Either you're gonna accept the people for what they are and deal with it, or move on. You could just swipe. But it's nobody gonna want to curate content over here. You striking everybody.
Videos, yep. You don't know who's for you. One thing about it here, you really don't know who's for you and who against you. You have so many troll pages. Indigo, this is not correct. You have to give credit to the song and it has to be displayed on the video. That's not correct. That's not correct. I went to the copyright school, and that was one of the questions. Even if you give credit to the song, it's still considered copyright, and you don't own
So
it.
you can't, they gonna shut you down and cut you off, and they ain't doing that shit.
Play the music, but you still have to credit it. Nope, that's not true. But anyhow, one thing about them with all the striking, they taught me some things now. They have taught me something. I didn't know that other people could strike for you, but like I said, I'm sure this person did not come over here and strike my video. Not after no 4 damn years. I'm not even a content creator. Think about it. I'm not known outside of this sector. for them, they just said a copyright claim was filed. But it is what it is. Like I said, I did that little damn video in that class, and it could just stay there for 90 days. That's all. It'll be
And,
good.
Oh,
and
and
these
then
folks,
to go away.
It'll after 90 days, it'll go away. They
yeah,
took the
90
video.
days.
Oh, they
Yeah,
took the
90
video
days.
down. I didn't have an option. They took it down.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, they took my
Yeah.
shit down.
Yeah, I
They
know
took
that. They
it
took
down
my
before
video
me.
down too. Yeah, when I
Yeah,
went on
they
the
took
ship
it
and I
down.
did that 10 minutes, and I knew they was gonna do it in 90 days. Yes, ma'am. Sure, I do know
But
that.
see, I thought that for some reason I wouldn't have never. I didn't make no bones about it, but I still thought that they will give you an opportunity. Like if you play music, Missy, and you use somebody's shit, I thought they give you the opportunity to edit it and take it out. But that's not the way it works either.
I knew I was gonna get it because I got on that ship and they started playing. I forgot something with 803 in it, and I said, "Damn, I'm gonna
So
get
you got
got."
a copyright claim, right?
Yep.
I got a copyright strike. Those are two different things. They
Oh, shoot,
struck
see,
the video
I'm
and
learning.
took the video down. No, those are two different things.
You
They
know, because I
struck.
still do got my video. I do, but
No, they took my
yeah.
shit down.
Oh, no, I
this,
got that. I still got that video.
Huh?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I still
What you
got that video.
say?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So you got a
Damn.
copyright claim. That's different. I have a copyright strike.
It was a warning. It was a warning, they said.
Yeah, I didn't get no warning. They took my shit off. They say your
Wow.
video has been removed. You have a strike.
whoa. So if you're so for me, I had a karaoke song. I tried to upload it. It wouldn't even let me upload it. It said a copyright something, but it wasn't a strike or anything like that. It just didn't go through for anyone else to see it. So I
Oh no, y'all's are a little different. They, like I said, they snatched my, which was fine, But like I said, it was there for 4 or 5 years. So maybe YouTube is going through. I don't believe it, y'all. I'm just saying this shit. Maybe
I
YouTube
don't
is
know.
going through every content creator video snatching some of that. That's why you should use your own stuff, and
Is that where that cover music come in at? Everybody talking about that cover music?
what
yeah,
cover music?
I have the karaoke music playing, but I was singing over it. But the music,
Oh,
the original one.
You gotta watch the music you buy too. You have to even watch the music you buy because my son has a program and uh he bought my music and they still gave me a claim on that music and I don't play it. I don't play the intro no, because they gave me a claim on the one that Lady T did for me too. They gave me a claim on both of those music copyright claims.
I think
So
I think they're more strict now because the song that I'm talking about, I tried to put the song up again so more people could see it, but I don't have that copyright thing for when I did it years ago. So what I did, I made it a short. When I made it a short, it didn't do. It let it go through.
Oh, maybe they let it go through. Well, I just don't believe. I think a lot of content creators they over here playing this game, but I think a lot of them could definitely get their pages snatched because they use each other's shit. They
They
do those replays, all replays they do of each other. They put people faces on the thumbnail.
action videos,
Huh?
the reaction videos that you
Yeah,
get
they do a
critiquing
lot of
it.
that. I don't know how. Hey, no pressure, baby. What's going on? I don't know how you could get around it, but I ain't gonna worry about it because I ain't gonna do it. I ain't never played nobody shit. I use my own thumbnail. That's my own music. I created. But I know what I am going to do, you guys, is I think this will be the last month that I'm using StreamYard. So I need to upload these videos on a hard drive. I don't think I'm gonna use StreamYard. I don't come on that much. And I don't know about how many times I'm gonna drop the link with all this crazy stuff going on. Even though I'm cautious, I leave my banner up, but you
The
just
P bombing, the little white man. We was over there on Hypnotic. Who that little white man that came up there talking about? I can dance for you. I can dance for you.
Yeah,
And
they set him down quick. They
Demon
shot
Soul
him.
say, baby, I think you in the wrong place. I died laughing.
Yeah, but you know what? I thought he was a little slow. I thought maybe he could have been a little mentally challenged and dipped over here some way, but you never know if he was sent.
No, you didn't say go.
Baby, I was like, oh my, and I thought he was in the wheelchair, so I thought it was a joke.
Yes,
Because
at
I'm
first I thought so
like,
too.
he's saying he go dance in the wheelchair, and then he stood up and they, put the little banner up. Because I was like, is he about to dance and he in a wheelchair?
And
But
yeah, I don't know. It looked a little weird, y'all. It looked a little weird, but I'm not lying. I know sometimes people could wander off in a sect and you really don't know where you at. And I thought maybe that's what happened to him
to have,
because he looked a little challenged to me. But then again, he could have been sent. He could have been playing a role. You can't trust no one nowadays. You
They
can't even
got
trust.
Lori with the P bomb and was over there. I mean, they
Yeah,
just she said,
Lolo.
yeah, they got Lolo.
That's crazy. Lolo. Brooke too. I
Brooke
heard
and
Brooke.
Lola the same night. The same
Yeah,
day with weekend, I be a smoking that week, that shit be running. It was the same day. I'm like, oh my God.
yeah, so they on a rampage. But I thoroughly enjoyed you ladies. I didn't realize that I've been on here
Thank
9
you.
minutes. Yeah, see, no pressure. This is what I say. Here's the unfortunate thing, but trust no one. You can't even trust
All
the
right.
people that you really think you cool with because this is something that sticks in the back of my mind. And I don't know, but I think you all have heard me say that sometimes it's very hard for me to forgive, and I'm working on that. But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of shit that people do to each other down here, they never truly really forgive them. And when opportunity presents itself, they will strike.
And then that's what they
That's what I
doing.
believe. That's what I believe. When opportunity presents itself, they will strike, and you never know when opportunity because they go back and forth, liking each other, not liking each other, dragging each other, not dragging each other, just back and forth. That you really don't know who's your friend or your YouTube associates down here when you are content creators. The subbies gonna be who they are, and they the one that really can control a lot of it, but they don't see the need to do so. So just enjoy it, stay out of the way and just do your thing.
Stay up in the clouds and the bushes. Thank you for having me,
Yeah.
Tifa. I
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
coming, Sugar. And
No
Hypnotic,
problem.
thank you so much, honey, for hitting my platform, clearing that up. Because, like I said, sometimes I can get things mixed up because I'm not, watching the video the whole time. So I didn't know that they were wanting other people to join. I thought that it was like I said that those people had danced, and you guys was ready to wrap it up, and then other people came.
no, you are right. We were ready to wrap it up. I didn't know the audience was like, oh, more people, and the more the merrier. It didn't make
Right,
me
that's true.
just get them to
So
hurry
basically,
up.
like Duchess said, it would have been a dance off between Uppity and Row. But
Correct.
yeah, congratulations to the winners. I don't say too much because I don't give. I just sit there and watch sometime, and I don't always watch. So it limits my say so on things sometimes. Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you for having me up. Thanks for enjoying me, and thank you to Indigo in the chat for being so warm and welcoming, and for her beautiful critiques.
You are a sweet person and keep doing your music in the chat. I love it.
Thank you so much, people. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Indigo. Yeah, Indigo. I'm with you too. You almost could point, what's going on, pinpoint what's going on here. But I'm just gonna sit back and watch. I don't know when I'll be back again. Hopefully Wednesday. I have explained to my loved one that I need a break myself, and that I will, probably do a live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But I am gonna try to make time to come on more. I'm not interested in all the shit that's really going on when it comes to the dragon. I wish we could just stick to doing commentary, on each other without all the real hatred, trying to stop people back. To me, it used too much negative energy. And I have a lot going on in my real life. Like I said, God is good. I'm fine. you know, but I have a lot going on in my real life and so much to be happy for. Like I told y'all, my heart was just filled at my granddaughter's probate. Thank you so much, Hypnotic Touch. I appreciate you so much. My heart was filled even watching that and watching my grandkids and stuff prom and their graduations are coming up. So I have a lot, but I appreciate you all for stopping by today. And don't forget your membership. I haven't forgotten you. I will be playing for you. My partner is down, but I may have to pull in somebody else to help me record. But next week, I'm going to try to play for you all. You know, I will select 5 people, $20 a piece, and I'll play for you. And it'll be the same. You must be a member. You can't just join the membership, just up and join it to be part of it. But it's for people I know who support me. Like I said, I truly, truly appreciate you all. And with that being said, I will catch y'all on the flip side. Be careful. Remember to use this as entertainment. If you need a mental break, take a mental break and then come back. See y'all on the flip side. So I'm about to get out here.